This is gonna be the most realistic video that you ever watched, that the most honest thing that I'll say on the internet. No, I'm not gonna tell you to buy whatever course, whatever product that I'm selling, because I have none to offer, and I just want to give you something the most realistic person out there. That those gurus, those influencers out there that doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you on the fails that they went through. It doesn't tell you on what struggles, what business they did that failed. It doesn't tell you that they didn't journal last night. They didn't tell you that they have struggles with discipline, with consistency, with dieting, going to the gym, and actually figuring out life as they're going through. And a lot of times they won't tell you that. And what you see is on the surface that they were so perfect that you seems and you idolize upon them, that you don't see the micro things that they struggle. And they don't tell you that because they want to seem perfect, to sell you a dream, to sell you a narrative that you can never own, that you can never see, they cannot grasp on, right? But today I'm going to tell you that I'm that imperfect human. Check my video history, my post history of my videos. There's a period of consistency in my life, about 90 days. Results were showing, but I started to slack off. And I started to give in to the excuse little by little. And I got on motivation high again. And then I started making videos for a week, for two. And then I fell back off, making videos for a day or two, fell back off. And that cycle really repeats on until there's a period of gaps in my life. 2 months, 3 months. Radio silence. No one heard anything from me. From everything, from all my online community homies. They got worried. They're like, what's happening to this guy? Why hasn't he updated in a bit? Where have he been? It's not burnout. And that's just an excuse. An excuse for you to not do the work that you need to do. Because at the back of your mind, I know exactly what I need to do when I'm slacking off, when I'm playing on my phone, when I'm doing the work, when I'm not doing the work. I know exactly what I need to do. And no matter where I'm at, what I am, there's always that little tiny voice that tells you, yo, you need to do this. Yo, this is not healthy. You know what? You should be eating this instead. Hey, you should be doing that. You should clean out your house, etc. And all of these very important things that brings up to us to make sure we are on our top best behavior. But you know what? We choose to not do it. We choose to abandon that narrative that would soar to make us better, to make us a better human, to make us even better, or to one step closer to the dream we want. But no, we always pick comfort. We always pick those that would harm us, that we know it's bad for us, but we still choose the TikTok reel. We still choose the short videos. We still take all of those unhealthy foods that you know clearly is bad for you. But why? Why are they so addicting? Why is comfort so nice on a face when you're faced upon of so many unknowns? And let me just tell you one thing that I learned is that you need one thing, a sense of community. Because if you were thrown alone and you're given water and heroin, in an experiment, they put mouse to test. And when the mouse is in isolation, 100 times the mouse died of isolation. Overdose. And when it's isolating, it overdose on that heroin. And the moment they put another mouse in another condition, where he surrounds by communities of different rats with like a mini playground activities that him for do, and they give them an option to pick, and 100% of the time the mouse picks a normal water without once it took the heroin or cocaine infused water. You know why? Because our mind itself, human minds, we were meant to be social. We were meant to be out there talking to people. You were meant to be socializing out there, doing some kind of activities, but we have grown lazy. We have grown too far too easy in our life, and you could just sit down here and press two buttons and food can be delivered to your door. Back then, when you had to do that, you have to hunt, you have to cook, and then you have to eat. Now you just eat. You skip two methods, you just eat. And that's the part. And it's not just all. There's no community. There's no sense of community because you felt alone. Because the moment you remove loneliness out of your equation, let me tell you that all of those addictions, it feels like nothing to you. Because you have accomplished more, that you felt better, that you have a lot more that you have experienced than a cheap dopamine on your phone that has to offer. Because by that time, you already reprogrammed your mind, you already rewired your mind into thinking that those other things feels way better, way easier to do, and they're way better for you. And the only reason why we fell back is because of loneliness. Because when you're alone, most of the time, you have to combat your thoughts. And let me tell you that humans, we are not good at combating our thoughts alone. Yes, it takes you time to master it. But let me tell you that we can't tackle that initially unless you train, you practice on it to wrestle your mind like how you arm wrestle your friend, to win over that last thought, to win over that anything, to win over, to pick good food or unhealthy food, that cheat meal or that salad bowl you prepared, to wrestle your mind to doing the things that you actually need to do, to concentrate on, or scrolling on your phone because it feels good. And comforts genuinely kill. It genuinely kills because one of my mentor always tells me that quote, and he always would say this: to not wish for a lighter load, to not wish for your life to be pleasant, because if your load is easy, of course your life will be easy, but instead you wish for a stronger back, to wish for the ability to carry a bigger load, to more responsibility, to carry the world, because you are meant to be someone. You are meant to be the hero of your life.